Good evening. I come again. Today, what I wanted to touch or talk about is about unemployment and the way our government down in that Africa or Nigeria, how terrible and how wicked our government has been. If you look at now what I'm holding on my hand, you can see this is our beans we eat, we got in our home in Africa. The same beans. I'm talking from Germany. These beans has a factory now where they prepare it and package it. What you need to do is when you get it, you put it 10 minutes or 5 minutes in microwave. It's good to go. There's no chemical, nothing. The same beans we eat in Africa. And it created a lot of job for people who are unemployed, who finish school, there's no job, there's nothing to do. We have beans. That's why I want to show you as an example. We have beans. We have these beans in our place. And our governors, our head of states, our ministers, they are busy importing ammunitions, guns to kill each other. We are busy hating and hurting one another and killing each other. We are busy storing money in abroad. Here and living in Commerce Bank. Millions of euros that belong to Nigerians' past government is in this country, Germany. And most of these leaders is dead. They are no more. And this money was stolen. Even their family does not know about it. And this money, the German government are using this money to build their country. If you come to Germany, you say, oh, Germany is wonderful, it's beautiful, blah, 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 blah. It was your money. The African leaders' money. Most of the money they used to build up. Because many of these men will not come back again to claim the money because many are dead. After some time, the money become the state money, become their money. And you go to state bank like Sparka say, all that belong to the states to borrow money, go and ask them for 10,000. You see how many Simpson? How many you pay on top for get 10,000 euro? Ask for 5,000. See how much you're going to pay to get 5,000. Ask for 50,000 euro and see how much you're going to pay back. Take 150,000 and see how much you're going to pay back. If they will give to you. And this is our money. In our place, they cannot use this money to buy machine. To buy machine that can be doing this beans. And people will have what? Job. They cannot do that. You see how wicked our people is. And when these young people, these people come out and protest that they are unemployed, that things are difficult, they will send the armies and police to kill them. So, to silence you forever, that you have no right to protest, you have no right to say that what they're doing is wrong. And this has continued for years upon years upon years. There's no hope of changing. Because their children are seeing what their father doing. Now, most of them have gone, dead. Their children are continuing doing because you say that that means a goat look into his mother when he's chewing and know the one the glass is cut eating. So also he eats the same glass. So the children of these ones now that are doing now, the children they have now, will continue as their father did because that was the same thing that bring their food in their table. Criminal, stealing and lying and punishing other people, eating other people's suffering. So that's what he saw for his father. That's what the father was doing. That's how they be able to see food to eat by other people's sufferings and pains. So his son his daughter will do the same thing. So you see, there's no hope. There's no hope. There's no hope in Africa. There's no changes. There are so many things we can do and create unemployment. You see here, nothing is lost. Every food that nobody wants to eat again, they recycle it again and use to produce another food again. We'll have the money to buy the machine. You see, every fruit you are drinking, you can make a lot of things out of it. Katofi, you can make katofi bread. You can make katofi puli. You can make a lot of things you can do out of it and create a factory that will be doing these things. And this thing will have the money. There are so many things we can do to create job in Africa. Everybody are waiting for already made stuff. Nobody want to be a farmer. Nobody want to produce anything. Everybody want to, but if you are hungry, you look for food to eat. I tell you, there's one thing people don't know. No white man, no Asian man, China or whatever I call it, that come to Africa or Nigeria, who does not have a handwork, who is not a mechanic. People call it engineer. They are not engineers. They are mechanics. They're engineers. They are mechanics. They have the handwork. The white man that you see in Africa can fix many things. Because here, you must learn how to do it by yourself. Because here it's expensive. If you to hire a laborer to come and fix something in your house, you have to pay. It's very damn expensive. To fix your toilet top may cost you up to 300 euro. Toilet top that you can go and buy in a shop for 10 euro. But they will not, the hard work man cannot fix that one of 10 euro for you. He will bring his own because he will give you guarantee with it. And after he finish, he will give you a bill of 300 euro or to 400 euro. Can you see? So if you know how to fix it, you can fix it for yourself and save yourself 300 or 400 euro. You know how much that will be? It's a lot of money. So we find out that everything here is do by yourself to save costs. But because the labor is cheap in Africa, who cares? You get things easy. You call people, they labor for you, finish. After all this laboring finish, you pay them peanuts. You give them peanuts. But here, we be paid with hours. So an hours has what? Amount. If I work for 20 euro, per hour. If I work 8 hours, you know how much it is. If I work for 10 euro for hours, you know how much it is. If I work for 30 euro, 50 euro, you know how much it is. If I work for you. Sorry. And that's how the African children are suffering. There's no hope. There is no hope. We can do this, we can change the situation. And that's why the only hope we have is United Biafra. When Biafra is emerged, I tell you, all these things, there will be enough job. We're going to build this factory for all these things. That people will get job. Job did not create itself. Tomato that are wasting in, if you go to Lagos Oyimbo, when I was there, there's a local market there, Oyimbo, called Oyimbo Market in Lagos. There's place they sell fruits, orange, tomatoes, name it, banana. You see a lot of tomato being wasted. The people that drink on tomatoes need to sell it bonjo. What they call bonjo means option. Because if you not sell it, it will destroy and they will lose their money. They will lose their capital. The woman will end up, maybe it's a meeting money, a carry and everything. Now you end up paying the money he did not eat. But do you know that we can convert tomato factory and have it do tomato paste, tomato, every kind of tomatoes, go the one in the water and everything. And then, do you know how many employment that will take away from the state? Do you know how many people that will have job in that tomato company? This is not about individual. Our government will have the money. Why are we stealing the money and keeping it in white man land for them to develop their own country? Are we mental disorder? What's wrong with us? An African leader will be putting money in his house. You know, when you put money in a place, in a bucket place, where after a time, it will hit, it will cause fire, and they will destroy. Do you know that some African leaders put money, a lot of money in their houses, and the money destroyed? While they are following the people they are leading are suffering, roaming about the streets. They call them bandits, they call them criminal, give them names. Everybody's going with 6 police escorts, 100 police escorts. Why must you go with 100 police escorts? If you are good to your people, why must they kill you? Why must your people who let you into power kill you? Is it possible? If you are a man for the people or a woman for the people, how will your people kill you? It's impossible. If the government are doing the right thing to the people, who will want to assassinate who? Nobody. It's because out of frustration and anger. People must, as far as a child is born, you say, oh, there's a criminals everywhere. You must be a joker. Even the white man, if not that provide in the European, the American, they provide jobs and everything, here will be worst. Because every human being that born must survive. As long as you come on this earth, you must survive. That's why that anything is possible. That's why you see a lot of stealings, killing, robbery, everything, kidnappings. That's why Christ come. If you like, build prisons everywhere. If you like, have mobile police everywhere. It can never stop it. The only thing that can stop it is to create employment, create a job for the people. There are some people that are not a criminal. You say they are 419, they are this and this, they are Yahoo boys. Are you mad? Those things is something normal in a society. Even the white people are the one who introduce those things. But because what? You see a white person who is doing 419, he still go to work to pay his rent. It's something you do on his own if he's a criminal. But that's where he get money. Here, if you don't work, they pay the money. They give them money to live. Their social system is in tight. That means they pay your house. They give you enough money to live for the month. So they take care of your bill for if you are sick. You have a social what they call it, insurance that will take care of your health, your children, your wife, everything. So he has the time to do what? If he's a criminal. But it's not something like everybody do. Because have no job. In Africa, we do it because what? There's no job. There's no food. Nothing. People wonders why a lot of people go to church in Africa. Because church is the only hope. Because sometimes in the church, they will get food to eat. Not only go to church. Sometimes they will get some people help them in the church. So you understand why they go to church. In Africa, we don't have good hospitals. If you go, they diagnose you. If you're having pain, they will tell you, say it's cancer. They will tell you it's this and this. They will call it another name. Begin to give you wrong medications. Which my family was a victim of this. My mother-in-law in Africa. Having problem in the knee. They start giving me nonsense medicine. The woman could not walk again until I brought her here in Germany. And they found out that the drug that given to her was wrong drugs that caused terrible things in her body. But thank God that she's well now. But, for example, it does not have me living here. She will die by now. This is a cause of what? Wrong. Schools are not where, doctors are not well trained. There's no medicines. If they write the medicines, you go and buy fake drugs. They are not original drugs. Here, if they go to doctor don't give you medicine. Same thing here too. Doctor write to you, you go to what they call apotheker. That's chemist. We call it chemist in English, but here they call it apotheker. You go to apotheker will now give you, the drugs. If they don't have it, they order it. They have central where they get their drugs. Make sure the drugs are what? Are good ones, not fake. But what brought this fake? Unemployment. He must survive. They can go and mix antibiotics, put chalk there, put anything there, cover it, and sell it. If you drink it, if you get infection, your manhood will destroy, or your womanhood will destroy, because that thing is not antibiotic. And that woman or man have become useless in the society. Maybe he cannot have an issue, cannot have a seed to succeed him as a man in his lifetime. That generation has closed. Can you see the damage? Can you see the destruction that this is causing? So, my people, it's a time that we need to know that things need to change. I heard somebody the other day were talking about in the media, how can people in Sweden who are living in Sweden are saying that people who are living in Africa are poor when they are living in credit? Ignorance is a disease. It's a poor man who don't have a credit. What is bank built for? Africa, what is bank made for? Bank is made to develop. That's why bank made to give money for develop. If you need money, everything you see in Europe, in America is bank. Even the company you hear, the Mercedes, name them, they're all operating by bank loan. Even those ones that are boasting for you in Africa, those companies they are all operating by what? Bank loan. Nobody have money. They give you money to invest, and you return back to them, they give you more. The more you have a good business, they give you more. They will not come and tell you. Some of them build a house, it's for bank money. So that's why you see when they died. If they cannot continue to pay, they come and take it. The bank will come and take the house. That's why some of you don't know. They say those are living in Europe, if they are their work. Your work is your guarantee everything. Also, if you lose your house, if you lose your work, doesn't mean you lose your house. There's insurance that you have to take to insure your house, that when you lose your job, your family will not go on the street. Same thing. So as you pay it, if you lose your job tomorrow, they will continue to pay it. Do you see? Some of them, they are talking what they don't know about. Oh, people are living, how can they say Africa poor? Yeah, Africa is poor. Because you can't give a poor man a loan. How will he pay it? How will he pay it? He said everything is pay cash. Cash is a criminality. That's why we encourage criminality in Africa. People are driving cars that the white man who built the car cannot drive it. His father was not a millionaire. His grandfather was not a millionaire. His uncle was not a millionaire. His auntie was not a millionaire. How come? How do you get the money? Is it from family inheritance? Nobody asks questions. As far as, he had made it. Fine. But if you made it, that's also the white people. There's also a lot of people who do illegal business here. But you know what they do? They call it whitewash the money. Means what? Transform the money into something that will be a benefit to society. Not to build a house, your own, for your own. No. They build factories with that money and employ people. They help the government to reduce unemployment. It is a system that goes the whole world. Many companies you see also do dubious businesses. So it's not only in Africa. But they transform the money into so that other people will benefit by giving them job. Now, the government know. The government knew them. They knew that this guy must have done something, but now the money has become what? He has an office. He created one job, even though it's an office that 2 people or 3 people are going there to clean it. Every month he paid them €500 or €450 or whatever. He had reduced some unemployment from the government. And that's why they are the one that almost of the company here. Last time here, they imported Lawless Wash. That you know how much they sell Lawless Wash. They built it in China, everything they brought it, but they catch it. But some of them are passed already. Shoes, many things they import it. If it pass, fine. You will see them. They will now build more companies, more companies, and employ people. People will get jobs. But in Africa, what do you do with the money? You will see a drug dealer who succeeded once. If you come back, you go catch and start spraying the money. Spraying money. The highest thing will do, he build a house for himself. And then they're clapping for him. Not to help anybody. It's not everything for government. There are things that also individuals are helping government. They work hand to hand. Individual, that's how you work here too. They're working hand to hand. In Africa, we always say, our government, yes. Well, I start with government because they have the resources made available for things like this. And also there's one that what individual will help to do in the state. But they are not doing their own part at all. The only two help we have is maybe in the private sector. The people, individual, are trying to do this a little bit, but not much. But why am I doing this video? Is to encourage, talk to our government, talk to our private individual. If you make money, an African man trying to invest that money where it will profit some of your sisters and brothers. That's why purpose of making money. Money is not for you. Money is meant for you to give or to help other people. That's the purpose of making money. There's no other purpose of making money because you're going to die. Leave everything here. So the purpose of God or whatever you do, doesn't matter whatever you do to make money, is to elevate other people. By what? Creating what will help other people. You don't need to give people money. You give them a source of money will come till they die. That is help. If you give me money now, I can go and invest it in the wrong way. I'll lose it and become a poor man again. But if you give me a channel of money where I can go and work, get my pay every month, buy my house, I'll buy my car, because as I'm having the job, the bank will give me money to buy any car I want to buy, to give me money to build my house, to take my children to anywhere in the world, because I have a good job. Are you listening? Are you understanding? So I don't need your money. What I need for you is to create for me an avenue whereby what I will be what self-free from poverty forever. That's what you see in Europe. That's why I see that many people are trying to come here. But why can't we not replicate the same thing in our own continent, Africa? Why can't we not do these things? That's my question. The white people don't even have resources more than us. We have it. The latter, we invested in hatred, in hating one another, killing one another. I see the other day, the Fulanis, people who don't know, who cannot read and write, who are living inside bush, see ammunitions, see sophisticated ammunitions that belong to military, army, that they are the one that was. How did they get it? How did this thing get to their hands? It was the same people that is the government who stand there every day talking nonsense, who cannot build a factory, ordinary factory, to make beans. Beans. But they have money to go and buy them gun, buy them bullets, buy them everything, to go and kill innocent people. That's where they can invest their money. That's where they find joy. But to see other their brothers or sisters or people living happily, living good, it's not their joy. African man does not see joy. African woman does not see joy when he sees his fellow brothers sitting in the same level with him or her. He wants somebody because he brought up in a system of oppression. So he wants a place you will sit down and the other people will call him small God, Alaki, whereby he will be the small gods. When you speak, nobody talk. But you forget that what is a very poor man or poor woman. Because if you come to here, everybody are living on their own. If I don't like my TV again, I cannot go and tell my neighbor, do you want TV? No, because he have even more better than my own. So what they do here, they put it outside. So if nobody wants, if nobody wants, they'll come and carry it and destroy it. Can you see? Can you understand what I'm talking about? Because everybody can afford to buy a plasma TV in his house. You don't need to, if you go to a shop, if you want to pay them 30 euro every month, they give it to him. Everybody, if you are working, you can drive any kind of Jeep without cleaning anybody, without cleaning your mother, without cleaning your father, without doing anything. Once you go to bank, they will check your salary, and then you want to buy Jeep, you can afford to give them 400 every month or 500 every month, and then you still have money to live your life. Take your Jeep, you take your motor and go home and enjoy your car. Can you understand? I said, I don't need anybody to give me money. What I need is for you to what? Create an opportunity on an environment that's a job for people. Empower the people, and you see that you hear all these rituals, killings will stop in Africa. Because they deceive people. That's when you kill your mother, it's a lie. It's a wicked people whose blood drinkers, wicked souls from pit of hell, telling people you want to be rich, you bring this person, do this sacrifice, do this one. The sacrifice is create employment for the people. Employment empower the people. That is the ritual. The people will be rich, people will live comfortable, people will do everything they want to do. They can go holiday with their family, they can enjoy, they can go to the best restaurants anytime they want, they can go to have a nice meal on their tables. Don't think everybody cannot be equal. In the Western Europe, they have what they call middle class. These people, they buy house, they drive good cars, they take care of themselves, they can go holidays when there's summer or whatever winter holidays they want to do. But there's also a class of millionaires who are investing more, building more companies for more employments. So there's no way everybody will be equal. So don't be afraid that they're going to be like you. No, they will not be like you. There's people, God will say, the rich and the poor will not cease among you. That means what? Everybody will not be equal. But give opportunity for everybody to have a normal living. Because sometimes it's so painful how some people are living in the same system, in the same place, living with hardship. Somebody will say he slappers everything to train a child to go to school. One day, you hear that the child was cash, he's doing 419, he's a Yahoo boy, and they put him in prison and he died there. Or they shot him dead. Can you imagine? This because what? He must survive. There's no job. Why must it be so? Why must Africa losing their futures? Their futures. Their heroes. The people that made them great in futures. The young people. The future of the young people of Africa have been mortgaged, Nigeria particularly. And our leaders, the old fools, who forget they will die. They don't understand that the world is not our place. We're just passing by. So then to think about how would no love, no patriotism anymore, to say, how would this country of mine I love so much will continue, even though when I'm gone, that this country will continue, that people will continue to have a better life? No. Nobody think about it. All it's about, if I succeed, I don't care about other people. That's why I see. It's like I went to Africa last time. I saw that what is the only new there is churches. New churches everywhere. Why? Because it's like the last hope. So even some people now, native doctors, everybody immigrate to be a pastor. Because it's really source of surviving now. As far as I can give a message. Because people are so gullible, they are so deceived. As far as they will tell them, yesterday your head was up. This morning your bed was upside down. You say, it's true, how do you know that? And then you say, prophet. And then they will start giving him money. You will charge them money. You will tell them, want to do this one and give it to one. They will start, they believe it. Because they believe that one more than even the government, because is it doctor is going, is it medicine? Don't try, because medicine is fake. So now you believe in, if that one will help me, so maybe let me join and follow. Now people become what? Vulnerable. Become what? A meat. Become what? Deceived. Do you understand? It was like this year before. It was like this before, that churches, all this magic you see in Africa, churches, all Pentecostal church, it comes from America. They are the one that started it. Some of them died when they performed those magic. There's one that died, he put what I was doing, then electric was choking me, died there. Do you understand? So it was not, they did not learn it on this thing. Some of them is out of frustration. They become what natives or become what pastors, building churches. That's why you hear all this thing today. Churches, you hear all kind of terrible things. They are not believers of Christ. But because of what? The society forced them to where they are. Because everybody wants to put oil in stomach. And that's the problem. So, what am I trying to say? Let us, our government, and my people, if God bless you, you make money. It's not to oppress somebody. It's not to be buying land, taking land from poor people, or any way you see land you want to buy. Are you a fool? How many land are you going to acquire in this world? If you are going to die, you are going to take them along with you. If you don't you already have a house, have a land? Now in Africa, they went to a poor man. They think he's poor. So what they do is to what? To take over his land. They will make sure they bribe, if they go to court, bribe judge, bribe this one to take over that property for him. And then you think you have done a great thing. Which in our place, we I come from before, that if you oppress somebody, that's why some people kill people. That's where you oppress somebody rich. The person will say, what am I living in this world to do? It will finish you. But thank God, vengeance belongs to God. But that's not why I come today. Why I come today, that word. Let us change. You see, this beans, why I use as an example. Let me come to my message today. This is beans. If I want to eat beans now, what I need to put down is, is to put what I want to put inside. It's already finished. What I want to put fish, I want to put everything, vegetable, everything. I'll put it and put it in the fire. It's done. 10 minutes, I'm ready to eat. If I want to cook yam to eat with it, I slide the yam as well, put it in the pot, put it under this thing, I'll have a meal to eat. I don't need to worry myself. Do you understand? Let us think about to change what is going on in Africa. I saw the other day, they are saying they have a electric car in Nigeria, in Lagos. All of them are jumping. I said, wow. Indeed, really? A country that has no light. Do you know how far we're going to drive the car? We are going to drive the car. And when the batteries go off, where are you going to charge it? Are we mad? And they are posting it. They are happy, shouting, oh, the first electric car in Nigeria. Why there's no light? There's no steady light. Nothing. Everybody does not worry about it. It's normal. You are bringing an electric car. Here in Germany, there's no time they take light. Light is everywhere. So I can drive that car up to München, 8 hours drive. And the battery is stopped. Every time I get a place where I can plug it and charge it. Do you have that in Nigeria? So how are you being gullible on yourself or trying to be naive that you're believing this rubbish? Instead of to do the right thing. Give people light and life will become easy. If people have a steady light, there are so many things people can do to survive in Nigeria if there's a steady light. Light, water, good roads. Just good. This is important in Europe. Everything in Europe you see based on transportations. Because in transportation that's why they build their roads. You see, you can from Germany enter France, from France enter Belgium, they enter Netherlands. Just the road are the same, but you only see you can see now a sign, and then you're in France. You see, you're in Belgium. You see, you're Amsterdam. You see, it just, and that's how they transport everything. Everything has to do with transportations. Because there's light. There's light. If the people have light, you can't do this thing without light. If you run generator to do this thing, how are you going to do it? How many hours generator are you going to use to run the factory to produce these beans? To have a factory that will package it. How are you going to do it? So you need light. That's why our governors, the head of states, why people are so wicked? Why so wicked to your own flesh, your own brothers? You see why I say the white people, they love themselves. I'm telling the truth. And they still love you. They still love color people. Are we not here? They accepted us. Let it be in Africa now. If they come there, you kidnap them. You slide them, you kill them. You do everything. That's why the love for the foreigners in Nigeria is more greater than the love for the citizens, so that they can protect them. Because if not, they use them to do pay soup. But we are living here. If they do smart, they say it's racism. It's racism. But your own government, who races you, who reject you, throw you away, you have no mouth to talk. But here, you are fighting for racism. Here, you are fighting for a right. But that place where you come from, you couldn't fight for a right to have electricity, to have all this beans factory that will give you a job. Nothing you could fight. But here, you are claiming right for people who have accommodated you. It's a time for us to change. This is a new year. A new year, 2021. Africa, do U-turn. Africa, love yourselves. Africa, think about your brothers and sisters. Africa, I see how they take knife and butchers human being, cut the head, everything. You have follow black color, same color. You cut him, cut her, do all kind of things. To your fellow brother, your fellow color person like you. We hate them, I would say, with passion. And we go to church. We go to church. I see women maltreating other people's children. being so wicked, and they go to church, deaconess, prophetess, pastors. Other children living in their house, they cannot go to school. They will not live in a better rooms. They will not sleep in a better bed. They will not eat. They will eat food, and they will even say, like me, my uncle wife will not give me food 5 days, and I'll be working. And I'll go and tell my uncle, I'm hungry. He said, go and take food. There I go to the pot. His wife will come and slap me direct in my eyes. Direct in my eyes. 5 days working, no food. I wake up with the money. I will clean wash the whole mess, kitchen, do everything. And I will go to school. And these people are the members of church. They are the mothers of the church. They are the this and this of the church. Let us create an environment knowing that what tomorrow is bigger than today. Our people say, Eshi Dime. Tomorrow is bigger than today. Let us love one another, Africa. Let us stop this hatred, because it's me, I see it out of hatred that make people have the money. They cannot do things like this for, so that people will not benefit. It's pure wickedness. It's not, it's wickedness. That's what I call it. Please, it's a hard time that this will stop in Africa. You see, China people that are coming to Africa, some of them go to all these Central Africans, they buy acre of lands. And they start planting carrot, all this and this, and they will start exporting to China. And we, the Africans, will say there's no job. Because if you want to do that, go to the bank in Africa for them to give you loan. They will not give you, because as an African man, they will start asking the same question, who are you now for them to give you loan? When they see ordinary Chinese man, they will give him the loan. They will give him that loan. They will not give it to you, because they will not give it to you. Africans, we don't love ourselves. We promote others and discard ourselves. Africa will see an African artist. He will not write anything, or he will not say anything. Immediately you see an artist from America. Oh, Beyonce, oh, blah, 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 nonsense. But his brother is doing the same, singing better than that person. He will never promote him or her. Never. Never. What is wrong with us? You cannot, nobody will say you. We have to sell ourselves. Africa need to introduce themselves. I live here now in Germany, going to how many years? All the Afro shop, all the Afro restaurant we have here, few of them we have here in northern side where I'm living. I cannot say for the whole Germany. Is few white men go there. Maybe those who are in contact with black people, maybe they are there with Africa, or they went to Africa before, or they are dating African women or whatever. But actually, the food is not accepted like the way Chinese food was accepted. Here, Chinese man will come here, build a Chinese restaurant, making money. Because the food has been really accepted. Is it a white man to introduce the food for? It's we that are going to introduce the food. But it is we also, we go there. I remember there's one that I have also, I think they said one time they find something that is odd in his food. Who think that did it? We, the African people. In Africa, you can see sometimes they cook food or something, a restaurant, you go there, you find cockroach or something inside the soup. What do you think that happens? So that nobody will go there again. We are wicked. We are wicked to the bone. What is wrong with us? And we will go church. Everywhere churches, everywhere church. So what do we hear about in the church? That means actually the message is not being preached in the church. The truth are not saying no more in the Church of Africa. Because if the truth had been said every day, I think people will change. All they hear is about prosperity. How are you going to prosper when there's no mechanics for prosperity. There's no provision for prosperity. How are you going to prosper? You're going to prosper. There's no job. There's nothing. Talking about prosperity. Are you mad? How it going to happen? Now you're praying for somebody to go and sell drug, Abby? You call it prosperity? To go and travel with drugs. And if you come back, you say, yeah, it's prosper. Abby? What prosperity are you talking about? What prosperity are you talking about? How the people going to prosper? Oh, expecting a phone call. There will be a phone call today. You will get a lot. Are you mad? You get a lot from somebody who is living abroad, who work under the snow, under every condition to go and work, to come and give you. Are you not a criminal? You call it a blessing? That means they are teaching people 419. I'm a pastor. I'm a senior pastor. So I'm telling you, I'm not saying it because I'm a Christian. I'm a pastor. If you have to teach people the truth, you can't make living without no plan of living. Do you understand? It's only in Africa. You're going to prosper this year. Amen. Amen. You ready? How? That's why you need to go to America and ask. There are certain years. It's still going on now. They will stop you in airports. They ask you, you're a pastor. I'm being Americans. And they will ask you, if they give you offering, will you collect it? If you say, they will deport you. Yes. Because the people living in Americas, our sister brothers, using their credit card, so-called pastors and prophets, come from Ghana, prophesy. Are you prophesying in an environment where there's no opportunity? Somebody who is now living in America, who is unemployed, who is associate, who is nobody there, you are telling him your life will turn upside down. And then after that, you will give him money. And then that guy would not go to Africa and say, I traveled to America from, God was wonderfully. God used me greatly. Indeed, God used me greatly. What makes you a prophet is when you prophesy, it comes to pass. When you say something, it comes to pass. Not that no nonsense you are talking. And they're collecting money. So after a lot of people become in debt in America with their credit card. I know many people watch this thing, even if I'm lying. It's true. Many people are in debt with their credit card, the money they give to what? To church, to pastor, to prophet. And nothing happened. People become frustrated. Tell the people the truth. Let us create an environment for employment for our people. That's empowerment. If you are doing business and if God bless you, trying to build a place where people can get employment, that's the only greatest thing you can do in this world. You say, the Bible says that when you do it to another of your brother, you have done it to God. The greatest investment you do in this world is when you invest in a human being. Because you are investing in God. That word means you are blessing God. Because say, anything you do to your brothers, you have done it to me. So any investment you do that help other people is investment that you have been accepted. You are blessed God. If people ask, how can I bless God? It's not by building church or giving your money, buying car to pastors. No. You already have money. The pastor already income. He's a pastor. He will not go hungry there. Every time there's money coming for you to eat. So why are you pouring water into the ocean? There's people that need that money. Create a job for them. If you're a pastor, if your ministry grows, you have more money, build a factory that also create a job for people. So that when they bless, they will come to church and bless God. Now you understand it. When your people being blessed, they will bless God. Not that people, like us living here, working under this weather and everything, if I give my brother 10,000 or 20,000, and you say, oh, today I'm going to do Thanksgiving, you will receive it. He says it's a blessing. It's not a blessing. It's not a blessing. Do you understand? Because I give it to my brother to eat and take care of his children. Do you understand? Because he has no employment. He has no job. If he has a job, he will take care of his family. I will not send that money. You don't know that means I send money. Maybe it's only €100 I have I sent to him because I can see something to eat. But what about him and his children? And that's why I do that. And then you go and collect it for him or her and say it's a God blessing. No, it's not a God blessing, my brother and my sister. So what am I trying to say here? Let us think about how to elevate ourselves from poverty. No white man will do it for us. No white person will do it for us. We're going to do it by ourselves. Our government will stop this madness going on in our place. Look at our country. Look at our land given to us by God. We allow the headmen, the Fulanis, live inside our bush, killing our mothers and fathers, and doing all kinds of things. And we will say, they say, why are you chasing people? Nobody should say anybody from anybody. We are the same one Nigeria. Indeed. Indeed. We are not. If you build a quality life in Africa, I do not say, me myself will not travel to be here. I'll be in my fatherland. I've been paying tax for years. Which if I work in my fatherland, I pay the same tax and I live in my fatherland, eat natural food, maybe live longer, maybe things get better for me. You know, cold is not good for the bone. But now we are in the, sometimes you are total minus, cold, winter. And you have to put your head on the road. Driving on top of the road that's glass. If you might break, your motor will fly. And then when somebody now make money out of this and get his salary, and then you give it to you, you think the person is happy? Because there's no employment for his brothers and sisters over there. And you call it, I'm blessed. You're not blessed. Everybody, both those living abroad and those at home, we are tied in the same one bus, holding down. Everybody holding in the same bus. You're not going anywhere. Until we start beginning to tell ourselves the truth. If you make business and make money, transform that money to benefit your people. Not for yourself alone. Stop building this house, I build these mansions, forget about those nonsense. If you come here, you see the engineer in Mercedes, he don't drive Mercedes, drive even Renault. He don't drive Mercedes, he do. He drive just small car, very small car, simple car. If you see him early in the morning, you'll be the person to come to work. He's there. In Africa, we say their dignity in labor. Get our people to have dignity for their life. Make our people to have dignity with their life. Today, what to surprise you that we say the SARS, the police, yeah, because everybody is suspect. If they see you with a good handy, they see you with a good laptop, you're a Yahoo, they will shot you and kill you. Can you imagine that? Which is a normal thing. Every child here has the best smartphone. Every home, you see, in my house here, there's a computer. All my children have their own laptops, their own plasma in their rooms, their games in their rooms, everything. What's the big deal about it? What's the big deal about it? So if you see my daughter carrying her smartphone, you will kill her for me. Are you not mad? But because they knew there's no employment, there's nothing to give your father or your mother to have money to buy you a handy that costs 400, 200,000, you know, this, how do you get it? Yeah. Because, so that means it's a pure wickedness. So they knew that you are poor, and they make you poor to remain poor. So they knew. So that's why when they see it on your hand, then you must be a criminal. Can you understand the message they are sending? Why they kill people? Do you understand it now? Because they knew that what you are poor, and they make that environment that you remain poor. So you're not entitled to hold such a telephone or laptop or whatever, or dress fine. It's meant for certain people, not for everybody. But here, it's a normal life for everybody, every person, unless you don't want. If you like, I don't even to be served to you, just every month, you can give them 30 euro, 50 euro. You can buy a handy that is 2,000, whatever thousands of euro. It depends on what is inside the handy, or the kind of handy you want to have, or the kind of laptop you want to have. It's not a problem. Doesn't make you a criminal, because there's employment, there's a provision for that. Even for those who don't work, before they say they cannot buy it, today they can best they can buy. It's possible, and pay it that was small. As far as because they are getting money. Everybody's getting money to eat, to live. That's a state of equality. Please, let us replicate this in our place. It's painful that our people are going through for no reason. Why do I use Nigeria? Because they have oil, they have many things, and we can create more jobs. And we can see some people already, some of these boys have succeeded and hitting some big money in business. Why not go home and invest it to help the other people? Why wasting the money? Why wasting the money? They'll be spraying money, throwing money. Do you see that in Europe here? That's what they do as a tradition. Somebody marry here in Germany, I don't know about other place. What it means that they do it with spiritual works, like money will not depart they will have money enough. They will not even want to give them 10,000. They can put it on a tree, tag it on the tree, and give them as a gift. It's how also spiritual meaning. Means what? God will continue to give them money to take care of themselves as husband and wife. It's not to spray. You go and change 100,000. Do you know that 100,000 can change people's life? It can change people's life. If you really know indeed what that money can do for people. You spray it there, and then you see nothing wrong on it. Even though it starts block industry. People will get employment there. There are so many things we can do to create jobs. 2 or 3 people will be working there. It's something. They cannot take care of themselves. You don't need to carry anybody. All this time we say, I carry you, I give you money, my brother. You don't need to give anybody money. Create an avenue for somebody to provide for himself. There's a dignity in labor. Even the children will have respect for him or for her. Because when a mother or a father have been fed by another, it's a disgrace to the children that person begot. Because the child will see it. I say, indeed, it was uncle that was feeding us, housing us, doing everything for us. My father could not pay my school fees. Do you know what it means to a child? It means a lot. A lot. They say who cannot be able to pay a family is more than what? Infidel. What does Bible? It's not Bible. Your Bible tells you so. What does it mean? Some people say everybody will not be equal. No, it's not what it says. It tells you that what? Let us be what? Help one another. Be a brother keeper by what? Create an avenue whereby your brother also can find something to do to earn what? His own money. You understand? So may God be with us. I felt to share this thing again today. I don't do this often, as someone said. But with lay my heart, I'll do it. Because the way our people are suffering. Do you know that old people, what we call old people in our village, can still go to cleaning job in Africa and get some money to take care of themselves? If there's employment, they can go in office in after work and clean the office where the person will pay them. Your mother, your father, who are old, can see money to take care of themselves, to pay their meeting money, do all that other things they have to do in their life till they pass on. Do you know that? It's not what some people are doing here. They go 1 hour cleaning, they get 36, 40 euro, 50 euro. Some get 4 hours, they get 500 euros. Some get 5 hour job, they get 1,000 euro. Do you know that? Until they come to a point they cannot go again. And then they start eating their pension. They get money. Africa. Somebody work to go and get the pension, they will not give the person the pensions. They will push accident or something to happen to him so that that money, somebody will go and claim it. And the family, the person that work for the money, will die for nothing. Let this wickedness stop. Let us think about how to love one another. It says charity begins at home. Nobody will do it for you. The love of your people must be in your heart. Patriotism, love your country, love your people. Patriotism. You see Donald Trump, the world, because he loves his people, he loves America. He's the best president ever America produced. After, I don't know, he's the best, second best. A man of truth and honesty. A man that loves his people. It's supposed to be so. Every leader in Africa is supposed to have that love. But if they are coming to give their speech, they will carry paper. What's the paper? After a while, you forget about whatever you want to, because it's on paper. It's not in you. A leader, what you want to do must be in you. You don't need to be in paper. Because after a while, say, let it be in your heart. That if I'm a president, this is what I want to do. If I'm a governor, this is what I want to do. When I'm a senator, what I'm going to do. If I'm a this and I'm a local government chairman, this is what I'm going to do for my people. It's not in paper. It must be in you. If I'm a pastor, this is what I'm going to do. It must be in you. Not nobody telling you, because my people say that anything they introduce to you, they work. Anything introduced, they work. Now, what thing you do by yourself, now they work. Those who understand what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. Those who are doing introduction, man and woman or whatever, they work. Let me introduce my friend. Because what you can say, I know one Maliam, now they introduce me. But let her find her own by herself. Don't introduce anybody. You must find themselves by themselves. It's the work. So it's a time for us to help ourselves. Enough of this foolishness, because I'm a black person, I'm a color person. So it's paining me. I can't keep quiet because maybe I think that I'm okay. I'm not okay, because as long as my brother and my sister are not okay, I'm not okay. There's no way I can be okay. I cannot know where I can sleep where I know that some people go to bed without no food. And they will tell you, can you help the whole world? That's total rubbish. Create an environment whereby people will be independent on their own. There's a dignity in labor. I will say it over and over again. If somebody is fending for himself, it's a load taken away from you. This person cannot depend on you again. He can come to you and need to have something, and you want to give me a gift or whatever. It's a total different thing. But this person can provide for himself, because if he has a work in a company, the company will give you social insurance to take care of himself if he's sick. He can go to hospital. He is entitled for a retirement entitlement. There's so many things they cover up. He can send his student to school. There are so many things they covered for. In today, people are begging for sending their children to schools. Some women are begging to get employed to go to schools. And then those opportunities to send to school, if you come and say, you must sleep with me, you are talking to a child, like your own child. Maybe some of them already have children. You are telling a child like your own daughter, you want to abuse her because you want to give her help. It's not wickedness. It's not evil. You think evil is when you give somebody poison or when you carry gun to kill somebody. It's evil. You are evil man. You are evil woman. You are wicked. To help that child, he must sleep with you. In Africa today, people don't give anybody help anymore. It will be a time when people greet you hello, you pay for it. Nothing in Africa was free. Everything they collect money from you. Everything they collect money from you. But here, this is working. He's working. His work, his duty. If he come, he serve you. Because he get paid for his job. But in Africa, a custom will hold you. Immigration will hold you. Delay you because he want to give you money. And this is a person. He doing his work. Oh. That is his job to check your paper, give it to you, and tell you, welcome to our country. No. It will hold you. Stand there. Oh God, please now. Okay, give me this amount of money. And the whole world have known us, Muslim Nigeria. If you just say you're Nigeria, do you know they have put a mark, a tag on Nigerians? They will tell you that country that you don't get anything free. That everybody is corrupt. It's not really a government you see. If you don't, let me tell you now. Say everybody is what? Is corrupt. Because you can't go to ordinary secretary. You want to see the manager. You will walk him until you say, hello, sister, take this and buy water. Hey, okay, you're welcome. Very soon I'll call Oga for you. You will see Oga. Nonsense. This is a person that working any money for the same job he's doing because we are wicked to each other. My grandfather tell me, my father said that who inside no reach for them, over time no go reach for you. You are carrying a cost for yourself for nothing. Let's love each other. Any way you can help anybody. Don't demand anything in response. The blessing comes from God. Who blesses God? And you want God to bless you, indeed He will bless you. Because what I will tell, if I tell you thank you, it's over. But the blessing God will give to you is more than thank you. You don't know. Check the Bible. It said the man that served God, when the time he could not pay his debt and die, he used the children to take collateral. And then when they want to take children for slave, I said, no. You have done paid. Your children will not take what? For slave. Elisha tell the woman, go and bring jars and put it. And all he said, and pay the bad debt. Because he's a man of God. He have done paid. He do those work without collecting bribe. Can you imagine a prophet? If it's today, you buy private jet now. If it's today, a prophet, how can a prophet be in debt? It's not funny. But they do it without what? Collecting what? Money from anybody. That's why today preach that person, preach different way, preach it. But the message there is that what? He did it according to what, how God wants to be. And the time shameful thing want to happen, God come to cover his shame by using the oil to pay his debt. Some people use today, it was same poverty in your father's generation. Yes, of course. He did not say so today. Say, I'm going to change it. I'm going to change this poverty in our family. Now he's a prophet of light, prophet of doom, prophet of occultism. He will change this Sigma poverty. He will tell you, God sees everything. He worked without taking money. That's why even he went to take money, use his own children if you cannot pay. Can you imagine? As a collateral. But the God living empty or shame. No. Do it for God. The rewarder will reward you. Let us think about that. This life is not our place. We will pass on. But what legacy are you leaving that will live after you? When we pass on, nobody talk about our money, our account. You talk about your good legacy and your bad legacy. That's what people talk about you. It's not about your money. Because nobody have money. Do you know that? It is bank. He buy jeep. He buy ship. He buy plane. In Western world, we check those people buy jet. They must have a way how they buy it. Somebody they use to buy it, or how they buy it. He must create. They'll tell you when they buy property in America, they must have a bond. They must have a connection in America. How they will now pay do the payment. It don't come. The Western world, they build their country that what you don't pay that bar. When they tell you, I buy this one, I pay $300,000. On a story, they are telling monkey. You pay the property cost $300,000. How do you pay it? You not tell us how you do the payment. You don't pay bar. There's no black business here. Because if you do that, you are destroying their system. Because their system are built that what everybody is getting from that property. There's a lawyer, there's a notary, there's everybody who are going to work the bank. Everybody are earning from that property. So many people are earning from it. So it's not a one-man business. You just go and pay cash and you get a house. No. It's not done. Do you understand it? But they come out and tell you, I buy this property in overseas, in abroad, in America, and they begin to give me dividend. You give me money, and then I become millionaire. You are telling monkey. You have to tell us. There must be somebody, somebody pay that money. That's why I tell people that those people that are telling you there's somebody that live in abroad that are supporting them. All these are criminals. Our governors, it is our people who are living abroad are the one that make it possible for them to be steal the money. That's why here they punish somebody who's supporting thief than a thief. Because without you, a thief will not thief again. Because if you go and thief, who will buy for him or for her? So who will keep it for him? It is our brothers and sisters who are most criminal, who are living here already, who has paper in America, who has paper in Germany, in Europe, everywhere. They are the ones that are most criminals. If you don't, let me tell you today. So know it today. Because they are aiding them. They help them to make that money to be useful, to be used here in abroad, to buy property, to do all those nonsense. Do you understand? So the bank in Sweden, they have a bank that you cannot bank from abroad. You come from abroad, you bank, you have, but not everywhere. You want to get property, invest in property here, there's a system. You can buy property from Africa, you can be sure, you can buy it here. But there's a system provide where that payment has to be done. And who are you? And how do you get that money? And how the money come? You understand? So most of this property they acquire, it was illegal in a criminal way. Use somebody to get there. It's like people in government, as you know, most of the investment they do, they don't use their names to do it. In Lagos and Abuja, everything they're building, go and check it. Either they put their name or their brother who live in Germany to build the house in Abuja. To build the one, they put another name. The build one, they put another name. Don't you know that? That if that brother means to take that property, he will go and swim and take it, and nothing will happen. Obasanjo will lose the estate, Bishop Estate. If you know Bishop Estate at Apapa, Bishop Estate at Apapa, where the Germans are living in Apapa, Tinkan, go and check it. Very nice and wonderful place, secured. Obasanjo, when he was in power, criminal, steal the money and build a Bishop Estate. But another your mama took it for him because he used his name to build it at that time. He took it for him. Till today, nothing he can do about it. If you get time, go there and see. Very beautiful estate. This Obasanjo, see houses Obasanjo built at that time. It's where Germans are living. They have their fine boat, everything. Very nice place. Germans, Volkswagen, all these things. They all use that place every year. They do party. They live there. The same way they build the water system going, the water going down. You can't see water on top. The way they build Germany. The same way they build everything there. This Obasanjo. The same thing a lot of people doing in government today. You know, those criminals you know now, most of those investments are not on their names. They are on the name of people, other people, their families. And some of these families don't know, and they are suffering. Some of them are suffering here. So they to go home and claim it and use it to live their life. And nothing will happen. So my people, let this way we are living stop. Let us think about to love one another. That's my message. Do something that benefit others. I think that's why I come to this video today. If you have money, governors, who you are, whatever you are, ministers, do something. You're a businessman. Do something that will profit others. That's the purpose of money. That's my message. Money is for you to help other people, not to oppress them, not to put them more in poverty, so that you will see poverty and you. That's primitive thinking. Money is given to you to help other people, to make their life, give honor to their life and give sense of meaning to their life. May God be with us. These and many more I ask and I pray in thanksgiving. May God be with you people. Amen.